Hi, hello. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Savannah and this is the Sewlivi Dyes Yarn podcast. I don't really dye yarn anymore, but I'm not going to try to figure out a new name. So it is what it is. It is Sunday, February 19th at, what time is it? 2:13 in the afternoon. I just remembered that it was Sunday and this is usually when I film videos. So here we go. I was actually down here working on a project. So yeah, and I just had lunch, so that's all finished and done with. We went to church this morning, so that is out of the way as well. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible today. So I'm gonna let you know I'm wearing my Straya cardigan. This is by Andrea Mowry. It is done in all ampersand fibers yarn. Green, yes, I love green. But it's super cozy. The only issue is it's a little short. And I didn't do all the decreases for the arm because I was really worried that it was going to be too tight. So I don't really love how the sleeves end, but it is what it is. I did not enjoy knitting this sweater. It's all half fisherman's rib. I did not enjoy knitting this, so I'm not gonna go back and fix it. So yeah, the project that I'm working on right now, this is what I'm working on. I am currently taping a pattern together for a pair of wide leg pants. So I got those pieces already taped up. I just need to tape them together, and then I have to do this side. I don't enjoy doing this, but it is what it is. I actually done something similar to this earlier this week, and that was way bigger. Which I will talk about in a little bit, because I'm gonna have to rearrange all this so that I can show you because it's pretty big. But yes, I've been sewing a lot this week, and that's because we have been out of school since Wednesday. So we went to school Monday, Tuesday, then we had a snow day on Wednesday. So that was nice. I did have jury duty on Wednesday, but thankfully that was even closed down as well. So my obligation has been fulfilled, so I'm grateful for that I did not have to go to that. But yes, we had a snow day on Wednesday, and then they called another snow day on Thursday, and then we already had Friday off, and then we have Monday off as well. So we've had a really nice long week. I guess you could say it's been productive. I haven't felt productive at all, but I have been. I mean, you'll see in a moment. Not knitting wise, definitely not knitting wise. Yesterday, I don't think I knit at all yesterday. I don't even know what I worked on yesterday, to be honest. What was yesterday? Saturday. I have no clue what the heck I did yesterday. Oh, that's right. I was kind of sick. Might have had a migraine, so I kind of took a nap for most of the afternoon. So that's where my day went. Okay, now I remember. But yes, okay, so I was working on a sewing project earlier this week, so a lot of knitting got pushed to the side, but I did get some stuff done, so I'll go ahead and show you. I did crank out another pair of socks. I wore them yesterday, so they're already stretched out and everything, but I thought I'd show you. Aren't these pretty? So this yarn was a swap from a swap partner. She dyed up this yarn for our fall/Halloween swap back in October. Really lovely color. She didn't name it, but she did mention that it does remind her of a 1970s couch, floral couch. So I agree, and it's really, really pretty. And then she had this blue mini with it. So I did more practice with the color changing of the heels and the toes. After doing the Patton's Croy sock yarn on my sock machine, I had messed with the tension, and I had cranked out one of these socks and I was like, this feels really loose and big and I don't know what's wrong. So I held it up next to a sock that I've cranked before, and it was probably like 3/4 of an inch wider than what I normally get. And I was like, oh, that's way too big. So I had to mess with the tension again. Thankfully, it did not take me too long to get it all figured out. I actually made marks on my machine so that if I ever have to change the tension again, I know where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I knit one of these socks twice, but that's okay as long as the machine is up and working again. So yeah, I am enjoying cranking socks right now. Definitely enjoying that. So I already have another ball of yarn pulled out. It's on my desk, ready to go for when I'm ready to crank another pair. What else? Okay, so that was the only finish that I got done. I did work a little bit on my rose cardigan by Andrea Mowry. I did manage to get all 30 inches complete. I actually hit it a lot sooner than I thought. I was like, wait a minute, I'm already at 30 inches. But it's recommended to just pop it on some waste yarn. It doesn't say to block it before attaching it, but I feel like it'd probably be better if I did, but it doesn't say to, so I'm going to follow the pattern and hope for the best. But yeah, I got 30 inches finished, and I went ahead and started the second one. So this is the collar. So here's the second one. Not very far, a couple inches. This is probably like 5 or 6 inches. So, but this was all one go. My family is freaking out upstairs. Okay, so yeah, all one sitting. So hopefully I can actually get some more work done on this and get this going, because I'd like to get this sweater finished. Oh, I know what I forgot to grab. That's okay. We'll get to it. But yeah, just gonna get this done, roll this back up, get it taken care of. Yeah, yarn is Holst Yarn Super Soft in the Ecru colorway. Zeus is snoring behind me, so I was like, wait, what's that noise? Yeah, nothing too exciting there. I am trying a different technique. So I was marking on the pattern every row, and I feel like that was slowing me down a little bit, having to stop, mark it so I know where I'm doing, because every 7th row is a cable, so I want to make sure that I'm doing it. So I'm actually using my row counter. Where are we at? Zeros. Okay, so I'm using my row counter. This is the row counter by Coco Knits. I really like it because it makes a click noise, and it also has a lock on it right here on the bottom. So every time I get to the end of the repeat, which it is a 8-row repeat, 7th row is a cable, then I just set it back to 0. So I'm hoping I can just, it'll be quicker. So all I have to do is click this instead of stop what I'm doing, pick up my pencil, and I'm doing this on my iPad, so if my iPad's asleep, I have to wake it back up and then mark it, put the pencil back down, then pick up my knitting again. As long as I have this, I just one click and I'm done. Move on, next row. We'll see, maybe that'll go faster. It does make me a little nervous, but we're gonna see. And then the last thing I'm knitting on that I actually put a little bit, and I don't even have a progress keeper on this project, which is unlike me, and I'm in the middle of a row, but it's okay. Kind of see how it is. I'm working on the Georgia sweater by Colibri. Is Colibri by Johanna? I wish I knew. But this is that sweater. I'm in the middle of the row, but this is the front. This is the back. It is an open V-neck. Well, it's open back, V-shaped, and then there'll be a giant bow on the back, or There'll be 2 long strips that you can tie into a bow, whether you want to tie it in the back or the front, that's up to you. But yeah, I need to put a progress keeper on here so that you can see how much I've done. It's a bit, but not a whole heck of a lot. I think I'm getting close to splitting the sleeves from the body. I hope I am, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to count the stitches for that. I'm using 2 strands of, was it Surrey alpaca? It's from Wool to Dye For. It's just the undyed base. I bought a whole bunch of it so that I could use it for different projects. So I'm knitting this for my anniversary photos come June. I'm knitting this on a 9 and a, what is it, a US 9 5.5 millimeter needles, and I'm actually knitting the extra large size because my gauge was nowhere close to hers, so I had to knit up 2 sizes. Yeah, up 2 sizes, so we'll see. I am a little worried about how big the arm is going to be here, but again, we'll see when it comes to that. We'll see. I'm just carrying on. So yeah, that's all that I've knit on this week. I did take my half and half triangles wrap to church this morning, so I did get a little bit of that done today, but not a whole heck of a lot. What else? That's it for knitting. Everything else has been sewing. I do have some yarn acquisition I can show you, and then I'll show you my big sewing project. So let me grab the yarn. All right, I'm back. So I got this in the mail yesterday. Yesterday. This came, I ordered from Kaus, is that how you pronounce it? Kaus Yarn. They're in Denmark. I know I mentioned before that I was a little worried about the shipping and stuff like that. I was having issues, but everything worked out, thankfully. So yes, this is the yarn brand. These are all the names of the colors, actually, because they only have a certain set of colors. They're beautiful, beautiful colors. So I ordered yarn for a sweater in my queue. I originally thought I would use my hand spun yarn for this sweater, but I got a little nervous about how much yarn and if the colors that I have would work together, so I just decided to order the called for yarn in the pattern, which it's the, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Piet sweater. And it's by the same designer as the Georgia sweater that Miss Colibri by Johanna. I am so sorry. But yes, so same designer, so I'm hoping. I need to do a gauge swatch, of course. What's really cool about the package, not only did you get this cute little like business card, you got this little fold out. It has every color they offer. So these are all the colors that they offer on their website. And they have beautiful names like Divine, Magnetic, Magnificent, Kind, Glamorous, Charismatic, Zealous, so on and so forth, right? Really beautiful names for beautiful colors. So it came with that. A little thank you card. This super cool thing, it's a little gauge note thingy. It also has a little ruler. I'm assuming this is 2 inches. I could be wrong, but that's nice. It has a little ruler. But yeah, it says you can write down needles you used, how much you got, how many stitches per 10 by 10 centimeters, and then a wash 10 by 10 centimeters, your yarn, the colorway, and then the design. So you can put this in your project bag, I suppose, and have all the information. So that was really cool. And then it came with some little Danish candies, which was really interesting. I thought it was a beautiful package. I don't have it I guess I must have thrown it away. My daughter and I tried it. It was like some gummies. They were elderflower gummies with blueberry coating, like sugar coating. They weren't very good. I don't like elderflower. I mean, that's not a common flavor here in America, but the blueberry was an okay flavor. The elderberry was not. I mean, but it was fun to try something from a different country. So I don't know what I did with the packaging. I really must have just thrown it away. It was really pretty. But yes, so here, let's get to the yarn, right? I ordered these colors. All right, I'll first show them to you in the brushed alpaca. This is their organic brushed alpaca base. These are the colors that I ordered. Look at those. Aren't those beautiful? So this one is, this is Charming. This one is, I believe it's Gentle. Yep, Gentle. Then we have Brilliant and Vivacious. This reminds me very much of Easter, so it'd be great if I could cast on and get this done by Easter, but I doubt that's going to happen this year. I mean, I do plan to get this cast on relatively soon. I'll have to free up some needles because it takes a US 6, I believe, and both of my US 6s are on projects right now. So I was debating on buying another set of 6s or, you know, stealing them from one of the projects, but having another set would be great. But yeah, these are the brushed alpaca base. This is, let's see here, just 100% organic alpaca. It is 25 grams and 225 meters. So those are those, and then here is the this is the organic soft merino in the exact same colors. I decided that the up and down stripes for the sweater are going to be in the, what is this, Gentle colorway? So I got 2 balls. I got 2 of this one, this colorway. So yeah, this is also 50 grams, 225 meters. It's 100% organic merino. So yeah, this is really lovely stuff. I really love the colors. Like, how fun. How fun are those? And I'm going to, the website actually did not have any of their natural color, but I have 2 skeins left of my, this is my base, my fingering weight base that I use for when I dye yarn. It's 75% merino wool and 25% nylon, 437 yards per 100 grams. So I'll just hold, and then I have more of this Surrey alpaca, so I'll just hold that double with it, with this. Oh! So I'll just hold it with that. I didn't think I needed to purchase. Again, the natural color was out of stock anyways. It's not as soft, and this does look maybe a little bit thinner than this, but that's okay. It'll all work out. So yeah, that's what I got in the mail, and it was packaged so beautifully. And honestly, I didn't think all the yarn was in the package because they had packaged it so well and so tight together that it was a small package. All of this, it's like that, and then they had all the alpaca together, but it was really beautifully packaged. So I'm excited to go ahead and get this swatched. What I need to do is get my room back together. I'm a lot further away. This is pushed up against my yarn shelf because of the paper patterning and what I was working on this week. So once I can get this room back in order, I can get my ball winder out from back there and I can wind this up and get to swatching. So yes, that is what is on the docket. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get us set up so I can show you what I've been working on. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what you can see. Hopefully, you can still hear me too. So I went ahead and sewed up my anniversary skirt. It just needs the zipper on it, and I need to hem the bottom and it'll be finished. I'm hoping that when I add the zipper in, it will fit just a little bit better on my waist. Well, let me lower you just a little so you can see. Oop. I'm not entirely sure what you can see, but so yeah, okay, sorry. I wanted to sit down while I talk because it'll be easier for me that way. So I got the fabric in the mail, I don't know, Monday? Maybe it was Monday. I don't even remember, to be honest. So I got it all from Fabric Wholesale Direct. I showed the swatches, the fabric swatches last video, and then I got the fabric in the mail, and it's very static in here, so there's a lot of black fibers stuck to it, cat hair, all sorts of stuff. The pattern was not a great pattern. I mean, like the actual like pattern pieces were fine, but the instructions were very difficult. I'm glad I kind of knew what I was doing, and I kind of just went off script kind of just to put this together, because I'm just like, it was not very good. I decided to only use 2 layers of the chiffon, and I'm glad because this stuff is heavy. This skirt is heavy. Okay, yeah, so this thing, I don't know if you can see, this thing is covered in fuzz. Like, it is very static, which is unfortunate. But so I have this nice little satin underlayer, and then I have 2 layers of the chiffon here, and that's perfect. It's very heavy. I think 1 layer would have been okay too. You would have seen some of the shine from the satin. See, I don't know if you can see it. Some of the shine from the satin goes through 1 layer. I just wanted it very flowy, and it is very flowy, very lovely. Sewing chiffon is not easy. I tried my best, and I still managed to get puckering in the seam. I tried my best not to let that happen, but it still did. So, yes, so all that's left is sewing in the zipper. I'm hoping it brings it in a bit there. I did learn how to, so I have a serger, but it needs to be serviced. It skips a lot of stitches, so I can't really use it. But I learned another foot on my machine, so it kind of looks like I serged it. So I learned how to do that. I bought some new hemming feet for my machine, so I'm going to try those out on some scrap. Hopefully that'll help with the bottom hemming. And yeah, that's really it. It's really lovely. I'm proud of it. It might not be perfect, but it's for photos. It's for photos only, really. Yeah. So this is what I was working on. It took me all day to get most of it finished. And then a little bit more on the next day to add the layers together. I think that was what was freaking me out, because the instructions recommend a layer of tulle and a layer, you know, your satin underlayer, whatever lining you want to call it. But it says to cut it out, and then it says to sew the back seam up to where your zipper is going to go, and then it says install the zipper, and then you're going to install or sew up the side seams. And I'm like, but if I have multiple layer, when do I, like, I can't just, I can't do it the way that the thing was doing it. So I put all the layers together, then put the, like, and then it says do the zipper and then the waistband. But I'm like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and put all the layers together and do the waistband, and then I'll do the zipper. So I don't like patterns that are very lacking. It says in the description on Etsy for this pattern that it is basic, but I didn't think it was like basic. So it's one page, and this is your fabric yardage, pattern pieces to cut, your seam allowance information, stitch suggestion, and then this little bit at the bottom. This is your construction, and it's 1 through 9. Number 9 says enjoy your skirt. But it's like, yeah, very, very, very minimal information. Apply interfacing, stitch the back center seam, stitch zipper, stitch side seams, attach waistband, stitch hook and eye or buttons, adjust length and hem skirt, press all seams, and then enjoy the skirt. I did look up this company on Instagram, and they are very they don't have very many followers, and there's almost no comments at all on their Instagram, so there was no help there. So this company is not a company that I plan to get more patterns from. I mean, again, the paper pattern part was good, just I need some more instructions than this. So yeah, the one that I'm working on right now on the floor, that's a pair of pants. That's from a different company. I don't even know what company. Again, I found them on Etsy. But there's a lot of instruction, and there's even video tutorials. So, and a lot of good reviews on Etsy. So, I'm not too worried about this one. So yeah, that's what I'm just working on getting the pattern pieces connected today. I don't think I'm gonna sew or cut out the fabric today, because I want to get this. I do want to work on the swatch for this, so I'm just gonna get these pattern pieces all done so that I can get the room back to normal, and then yeah. So that is what's going on here. And laundry. Sorry, laundry's been going this entire time. Didn't even think about it. Fun times. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get back to your day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you next weekend. Bye.